Hello folks, welcome back. It is time for a quick check-in on property management. Thanks for being here today on the REI Nation Facebook page and Premier Property Management. So, got a couple of topics for you today. Wanted to go through some numbers from January end of month. Today is February 15th, so we'll talk about the month-end numbers for January, and then also a quick update on the weather situation that we had here. All as well, we will recap and go through that. So let's get started. January leases closed, 147 total leases for the month. Premier Property Management signed 147 new leases with new residents for the month of January. Rolled into the month of February with around 80 already on the books. We are expecting to add an additional 80 and end somewhere around 150 to 160. That is the mark that we're looking for. So I looked back on some of these updates, and we're hitting around 150 new leases every month. So why that is, every month we're going through and turning around 80 move-outs. So last month, precisely, we ended with 82 move-outs. So if we consistently have that number, if we consistently keep our renewals numbers up to prevent those move-outs from occurring, that's what we're seeing, around 80, 85 move-outs per month. Sometimes that fluctuates, sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less. But if we stay pretty consistent around that number, then with REI Nation handing Premier Property Management approximately 80 new properties per month on top of our other 80 turns per month, therein lies that 150, 160 new leases every month. So consistency is key. That's what we're looking to keep up with, and that's why that number is practically the same every month when I get on here and tell you guys. So January 147. February expecting around 150 to 160 new leases as well. Rolling into that month with 80 already on the books, looking to add another additional 80 as well. Renewals, another fantastic month by them, ended with 288 lease renewals. And that is, I believe, one of the top two or top three for last year, year to date. Numbers for renewals. So fantastic number there by the lease renewal team. 288 leases renewed, 288 move-outs prevented. Remember, that's key, and that's what we look at those things as month after month. Let's see, days on market ticked up a little bit, ended at 30 days on market compared to our previous months hovering around mid-20s. That's kind of expected. December, January, the slower, colder months that we have seen throughout history. So anyway, let's see. I think that's it for January numbers. And again, looking to expound upon and improve upon that come February, and especially on those days on market, knocking those down, getting them rented as quickly as possible and as high as possible for you, our owners. So that's it for January numbers and February expectations. Let's jump into the weather update. A week and a half ago, I posted an update here on the page. We had some inclement weather, specifically here in the Memphis market. We had an ice storm that was pretty bad, affected the whole city. Previously, back in the early 90s, I think it was 94, we had a pretty bad ice storm which affected the city tremendously. This one was comparative to that, and the local utility provider was the biggest situation that the city was dealing with. Not only our residents, but our staff, our team. We had folks throughout the city without power. So gave an update on that on this page, sent a personal email to the owners as well. We had about a handful of properties that were affected. It was approximately 30 to 40 properties here in the Memphis market specifically that had situations with downed trees. we had a small handful that actually affected the properties, to a pretty bad degree, but the others were just limbs down, trees down in yards, et cetera, et cetera. So proactively contacted all of our owners with that. Whenever there's bad weather or inclement weather situations that occur, the city, shuts down, businesses shut down. That's when we jump into high gear. So we quickly got our teams out of the office, back to home, out of harm's way, and then we jumped into high gear, and we were working for a good while into the night, handling those situations that occurred, taking care of the residents, and protecting your assets as best we could. So again, our team has proactively communicated with you in the majority of those situations. There were, a bunch of smaller situations with residents calling in limbs down and this and that. We certainly had to prioritize and triage those situations accordingly, get the higher priority situations handled quickly and hopefully communicated with you. So anyway, fared fairly well with that. The city was pretty rough there for a while without utilities and electricity to most of the homes. We had approximately 60 to 70% of the city had utilities, so that left 30 to 40% of folks in the entire metro of Memphis without power for a while. But luckily got that situated, they got that back on, and moving forward. Dallas was another market that had some inclement weather, just snow there. So they fared pretty well. Seems like they were significantly better prepared than last year with that. So overall fared pretty well. Wanted to update you guys. Of course, if you have questions or concerns, let us know. Let your customer service representative know. But wanted to get on here and follow up with you, let you know we are out of the woods for now on that. So hope you guys have a great week. I will be back on here to update you periodically, and of course let us know if you have questions or if you have any topics that you want to see discussed on here. So take care, have a great week.